Shalom. I want to give all the praise and all the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rikah Kudash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay. All right. I'm gonna be in Job 30 through the Spirit. I'm just nothing planned. Just gonna go ahead and read chapter 30. It says, verse 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. All right. And that's dealing with Esau, Edom. All right. Those that are younger than I have made me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Meaning Job, he wouldn't even wish the dogs of his flocks to be laying next to the Edomites, because Edomites, they're freaky. Some of these Edomite women be having sex with their dogs, and you see them kissing their dogs on the mouth all the time, and how close they are. When you see Edomites and the way they act around dogs, just observe that next time. Anyway, number 2, verse 2. Yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes, and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. All right, this is talking about Esau. All right, this whole portion that I read, verse 5. They were driven from among men. See, when they were pushed up in the Caucasus Mountains, when they were cavemen, they were walking around like I said. The Edomite is the true caveman. When you go into that word Caucasian, it actually means cave dweller. Another clue, verse 6, that shows you this is the Edomites. To dwell in the clefts of the valley, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Okay? So the Edomites, their natural habitat is in the clefts of the rock and in the caves. You see? Cavemen. The Geico commercial. So easy a caveman can do it. It's an Edomite who plays that caveman. They don't have Jake playing the caveman in that commercial. It's so easy a caveman can do it. Let's see. Let's go to, because it says in verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, and the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. And I can testify to that, because right now, through the Spirit, the Lord has me this new little hustle. It's a little driving gig where I pick up Edomites, here in the Denver, all the way up to wherever if they book a trip to Red Rocks, which is a concert venue. This is where I bring them, and this is what I've been doing lately. And every time we drive by these rocks, these Edomites are talking about how they want to climb in the rocks, and this is their habitat. Edomites love rock climbing. This place, if you Google it, on my last lesson I showed the video of Red Rocks, but every time I hear these Edomites in the back, they're talking about oh man, I want to climb that rock right there. It's because this is what they do. This is the Edomites we're reading about. All right, let me read Obadiah real quick. 1 and 3 says, the pride of thine heart. We know when you read Obadiah, it's talking about Edom, right? You start at 1, it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh, the power concerning Edom. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 3. It says, Well, I can read verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Esau, Edom is small even among the heathen nation, the other heathen nations. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, showing you this is Esau, Edom. He dwells in the clefts of the rocks. Over here at this venue, that Esau, what he likes to do is he likes to dig into these rocks. He uses explosives to make caves and shit, like tunnels over here in Colorado. There are tunnels, they're man-made tunnels, but it's because why? The Lord puts a spirit on Esau to be fucking with these rocks all the time, man. Whether he's blowing up a mountain to make a tunnel, whether he's climbing up the rocks here. There's a place up north called Boulder, over here where we live, and they have flat irons is what they call them. It's in Boulder, and the same thing there. You go up there, the flat irons, you're gonna see a bunch of Edomites climbing the rocks. So this is their habitation. And it's the spirit that I chose Job 30 because I didn't know I was going to go into Edomites and climbing rocks, you see, but I'm actually outside of the venue and I'm looking at this big ass rock, which they call red rocks over here. Brothers can Google it, Google Red Rocks Amphitheater. Look up images and you'll see what I'm looking at because I'm outside of the venue. I'm on a trail. There's nobody out here because everybody's inside at the concert, right? So this is their shit. They love these rocks, man. And then through the spirit, the name of this place is Red Rocks. So what does Edom mean? Edom means red. So I'm literally at Edom Rocks. And these rocks are they are red like Esau. But anyway, back to Job in 30, verse 7. It says, among the bushes. You know what? Since I'm talking about it, let me try and let me see if I can. Oh, no, I won't be able to. I was going to see if I can get a video of the red rocks over here, but it's not going to let me. The app won't let me open up the camera now that it's already started. So I'm back in verse, let's see. I'll read 6 again. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. All right. And among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. All right. So the children of base men deals with Esau, Edom, the people of the Lord's indignation, the ones that he hates. Contrary to popular belief, Yahweh, the power of the Bible, he hates the so-called white people. Esau, Edom, he hates the Edomites, right? Let me get it real quick. Well, let's show you why he hates them. He set them up to be the wicked. Let's go to Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, who Yahweh has indignation forever. Right, so this is the scriptures telling you that Yahweh does not like the so-called white man, who is the Edomite. That's his biblical name, Edom. All right, now I'm going to go to Romans 9 and I think it's 21 or 13. Let's see. And Romans 9 and 13, it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, which Jacob is the forefather of the Israelites. Yahweh loves the Israelites. He loves, right now he's dealing with 1/3 of the Israelites. All right, it says, but Esau have I hated. All right, Esau is the forefather of the Edomites. Okay, tells you that in Genesis 36. You can read a genealogy, and you can read about the Edomites in Genesis 36, the chapter 36. All right, let me go back to Let me see. Let me see. Well, we'll go down. I'm gonna drop down to, because I'm outside, so I'm gonna start wrapping this video up. It's getting dark, so let me get a Job 30 in verse 29. Because what does he say? He says 30 and 29 says, "I am a brother to dragons and a companion to owls." Talking about Esau, Edom, because Jacob and Esau were brothers. Who's the dragon? Who's the serpent? Who's the serpent and the dragon that in Revelation chapter, the book of Revelation? That dragon is Esau, Edom, the serpent, so-called white man, right? He's crafty. Owls, they're like the owl. That's what part of the one of the symbols of the Illuminati, is the owl. And why? Because they're the dark side, right? They're the left-hand side, the sinister side, sinistro in the Italian, right? And Jacob is the right-hand side. We're the righteous, right? So the owl, it represents, the owls can see in the dark at night. They can see at night with those big ass eyes and their necks. They don't have no, or I don't know the whole structure of an owl, but they can turn their heads all the way around and shit. So that's one of the reasons why Esau Edom, he uses that as a representation and a symbol to the so-called Illuminati, right. So, but Job tells you right there, "I am a brother to dragons and a companion to owls," right? And let's read 30 because it shows you Job is a so-called dark-skinned man, a so-called Negro, black man, right? It says, verse 30, "My skin is black upon me and my bones are burned with heat." See? So he was dark. Job was a dark-skinned brother, But Esau is a red Edomite. The word Edom, it means red. He got that name Edom after he ate the red meat, when he lost his birthright, when he was supplanted by Jacob. So, another lesson from over here at the red rocks, at the Edomite rocks. Maybe I'll start a new channel, something to do with red rocks and Edomite rocks, since I've been up here almost every night lately doing this driving gig. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. The Spirit just wanted to talk about these red rocks and these Edomites, all right? So with that, I want to give all the praise and all the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.